Hey lovies, welcome to my Zen Den. Today we are going to do an abundance reading. I have my tarot and my oracle cards. First, I'm just going to cleanse the space, just to release any vibration that may be trying to grab my attention to communicate for you. I want to focus on positivity. I want to focus on you hearing your highest voice. Okay, so first we're just going to do a general reading on the abundance around you. This can be abundance in relationships, friendships, romantic, platonic. This can be career, that prosperity and abundance, that energy exchange, any aspect of your life. I just want you to focus on what area of your life are you wanting to get this reading for. Where have you needed clarity? Connecting to the energy of the seeker. What is the message about abundance? What is the message from their highest divine self? Where's their clarity that needs to come up today? So we have third eye energy right here. That's your third eye. You're receiving an abundance of clarity when it comes to your third eye. You're very connected to your third eye. This has been happening maybe for the last 3 weeks is what I'm feeling. 3 weeks, and it's going to be happening in a huge activation in about 2 weeks is when you really step into that confidence. And about 7 weeks from now, it's going to be that second part of really stepping into that confidence, stepping into those knowings, starting to see the manifestations of the seeds that you're planting now. I'm feeling these two cards. And that one. Okay. But currently you're lacking self-love, which is the lower part of the heart chakra, as well as solar plexus activation. You're really focused on the sacral chakra right now, so you're focused on being more present in your life, and also you're turning into your emotions a little bit more than what you would normally. But you are trying to muster up the courage and the confidence to show up for yourself in terms of self-love. What do you really desire right now? And connecting with your self-identity and that willpower in your solar plexus, which is beautiful because my tapestry are the yellow and the orange vibration of the sacral chakra, solar plexus working together. So essentially that's what you're focusing on right now. And then a couple weeks from now, you're going to be activating where that solar plexus has the confidence. You've created that discipline in the next couple of weeks. And then in 7 weeks is when the heart chakra starts to become more active and you start to have that self-love and that deservingness in terms of your abundance. So right now, this is going to go hand in hand with the first card. This is the card that I received for you. So you're starting to gain the vision of what you want right here. And you see the full picture of what you're wanting to plant the seeds for in terms of manifestation, but it doesn't feel attainable yet. It's not really here yet. It's not manifested. And you're lacking the confidence, that lion energy. You're lacking the confidence because you can't see the manifestation. So it's really challenging to believe that it's going to happen. But understand that it's there. You're activating that third eye energy. You just need to allow yourself to trust a little bit more of the process, trust yourself to get yourself there. But really right now it just feels like it's not achievable. It's like almost at your grasp, but not quite. And what you could do to help with that energy to bring it out, to bring it forward, is changing your story. You see that the blue right here, that's your throat chakra activated, saying that what's holding you away from that, holding that manifestation, allowing it to fully materialize, is the throat chakra. You're still holding on to old stories from the past. So you're needing to rewrite those stories for yourself so you can start to feel that vibrancy in your life. It's not about that one piece of your life being vibrant, but the full life. And that's what you're working on. It's a big manifestation. It's that dream life you've been wanting. But you're really needing to rewrite that story and trust yourself a little bit more. Okay, actually this one. So this is reversed. Again, you're very similar to this last one. Do you see the perspective? That materialization, like of that world, that manifestation that you're wanting, it's there. You're staring at it. You know what you want, but it's not at your reach. And there's not many cards in this deck that look similar to this, and they're positioned exactly the same. Okay. And this is that blue chakra. That's the throat chakra. You're really needing to express. This one's more about self-expression. Speak up. Speak it into existence of what you want. Talk to people about it. This one over here is really trusting yourself more. And this is really speaking your truth and, you know, being able to paint that picture, not just for yourself, but with others. Because when you talk to those amazing connections and those friendships, it's almost like you get excited about this intention. And, you know, it's one thing to talk about your intention and what you want to bring into your life. Like, thinking about it is one thing, but like to talk to someone who's as excited about it as you, it just makes that manifestation feel more real, because someone is like cheering you on. And sometimes we need that support in our community, is to like really, if we don't really have that confidence yet, to talk to people to really hold that space for us, to kind of fill that gap, to have confidence in us when we don't have that confidence in ourselves quite yet. Because at the beginning of a journey, you don't have confidence because you've never experienced it before. You have to build that confidence through courage, through stepping forward, through holding that space for yourself and letting others hold that space for you as well. So next two cards, the blockages are Kali, this one. The way that I see this, it feels like a very like nasty card. So this is, it's more like purple and blue vibration. So the way that I see this is like this nasty energy of self-limiting thoughts, beliefs, just like this fear-mongering mentality or voice in your head that keeps telling you like either you can't, or it's just a lot of self-doubt in this one. Lacking some self-love, holding that space for yourself. And then next, it's like, it's almost fearing not being able to balance your energy once you do receive this manifestation. That's what's holding you back. So there's this one. It's like balancing your energy between the masculine and the feminine energy. So this one, it's pretty much saying like, once I get there, once I receive that manifestation, the fear is this awkwardness. If you see how this person's body language is positioned, it feels very awkward, you know, just very like rigid. So there's this fear of feeling, what if I receive it and I don't know how to take care of it, or I don't know how to maintain it? And don't be worried about that, because once you receive what you're wanting to manifest, that's the integration time. That's when you hold space, because you've already created the space for it. So now it's just a matter of integrating that energy and building it into your foundation, and then you can start building on top of that. But there's this fear that you might lose it. For some people, I feel like there's a really big fear you might lose what you're manifesting, or maybe there's been old stories in the past that maybe you've really wished and prayed for something to come into your life, and it did. It felt like it was perfect, and then all of a sudden it was gone. You couldn't hold that vibration, that manifestation, and there's this fear now. That's for some of you. The other half, or the other part of you, it's this awkwardness of like, it's not going to be comfortable. There's this fear of this discomfort that will come with a new beginning, and that's a really big fear, and it's causing you to not manifest what you want. So sit with what you're feeling or what you're fearing, acknowledge it, create the awareness around it, and then allow yourself to move forward. It's okay to fear. It's okay to have these lower vibration emotions come up, but hold space for it like you would your little brother or your niece or your nephew. Hold that space for that person as if you have, you're holding that space without judgment. You're listening to them. You're giving them guidance if, they're asking for it. Hold that space for yourself like you would someone you really, really love. Okay? So cherish this energy, because there is going to be a level of awkwardness and fear, and that's really ego. Ego comes up with all of this low vibration thoughts to kind of like steer us away back to our comfort zone, because, ego doesn't want to be uncomfortable. Ego, doesn't really want to grow, because with growth comes discomfort, and the ego doesn't want that. The ego's fine where it's at. So that's really just the ego coming up and fearing these levels of discomfort, and that's what's causing you to not manifest what you want as fast as you would like, or just even starting that process because of this fear. So start working with rewriting that story for yourself right now.